natural talent. Hola, hola, hola. Let me take you to the highlands, baby. Anything I live wild and crazy.
Once you gave me that feeling that it was fuck me, it was fuck me. It was fuck me from jump right there. And I'm gonna move like it's fuck me forever. So you ain't fixing it. I received it. Ain't no fixing this. Ain't no fixing shit. Life goes on. Hey, you be blessed. You be blessed. You be blessed. Once you fuck me over, you fuck me over. Let me stay right here. Don't come get me. Don't take me with you.
Look, bro, the whole time, right? My baby mama been doing whole shit the whole time in our relationship, and she blaming everything on me, like making me look like the bad person. So look, my baby mama do readings and stuff, right? So this type of stuff she do with her dude clients and the people she fuck. She do readings, do cleansing and stuff like that, but also she do and all that also. You know what I'm saying? So when she's telling me, hey babe, I have to work, she have to get off the phone, she doing some whole other shit. But check this out. Look at the messages of her and Finesse 2 times. He talking about when you gonna clean me up. She talking about this and that.
This is Shazmine to Sean Clock, a 31-year-old mother of 5, a spiritual tarot reader who helped countless people avoid danger, and a woman who would literally give you the shirt off her back. But on February 1st, 2025, less than 12 hours after laughing on Facebook Live while viewers frantically warned her that her obsessive ex-boyfriend was watching from a fake account, Shazmine would be found with multiple gunshot wounds in her Coppers Cove home, shot in front of her children by the very man those viewers had warned her about. Let me take you back to where this nightmare began and show you 6 devastating red flags that could have saved Shazmine's life. See, what makes this story even more heartbreaking is the irony of Shazmine's profession and her tragic fate. This woman was a tarot reader and spiritual influencer. She was building a thriving online presence through social media, dancing, connecting with her community. The tragic irony is devastating. A woman who could read the future for everyone else couldn't see the warning signs in her own relationship, or perhaps saw them but believed she could handle them.
Okay, guys, let's see what we get here for a general read. See what we get for a general read. Okay, I do see some of you guys moving on here from something that no longer serves you. Know that you do deserve the world. So you do deserve better, and you know it. So moving on from, I feel like it is a person. Moving on from this person is the best thing you could have done. For current energy. Yep, that's crazy. What I just say? This is someone you're moving on from. We do have the 2 of Cups here. Knight of Swords. I do feel like this is a masculine. I also feel like this person did keep you in a confusion mindset. Feel like this person kept you confused. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Lack of direction, delays, conflict, poor communication with this relationship here. Give me one more card, please. One more card. What goes with the poor connection? What goes with the poor communication? My bad. Heartbreak. So yeah, this person continued to break your heart. I do feel like nothing was working or getting better. You wanted this Wheel of Fortune. You wanted things to turn out in your favor as far as the relationship. But this person kept you in the blind. And I just don't feel like this person was good for you.
Born on August 31st, 1993, Shazmine grew up in Texas and graduated from Del Valle High School before settling in Coppers Cove, where she built a life centered around her 2 sons and 3 daughters. Her sister, Chantel Clock, would later describe her in heartbreaking terms that capture who Shazmine truly was.
She was a very kind and giving person. Like, she helped a lot of people, a lot of people. Like, she would give literally the shirt off her back.
But in 2024, Shazmine made a decision that would cost her everything. She entered a relationship with 27-year-old Alonzo Ezekiel Hunter from Beaumont, who went by the rap alias Azoy and had recently been released from prison. Pay close attention, because this is red flag number 1, was getting involved with someone fresh out of prison who hasn't had time to reintegrate into society or prove they've genuinely changed. At first, the relationship seemed promising on the surface, with Hunter posting what appeared to be affectionate content online, sharing couple photos that made them look happy and in love.
Hey, baby girl, what's your name? I can tell you been through pain. You ain't gotta worry about that no more, cause I'm all you tight and ain't gonna let you. Me and my mom and my stepdad. Four. Baby, let her get it in, man. Yeah, baby, get it in pregnant. Go ahead. Mama, get it in pregnant. Look at her. Look at her, guys. Tell my baby, eat your food. Breakfast in bed, man. I love baby, man. I love this girl. Look at this shit. Eggs, bacon, fruit.
That's a bagel.
Posting videos from their baby shower that seemed sweet and celebratory. Their daughter was born in September of 2024, adding another precious child to Shazmine's already full household and expanding her family responsibilities even further. But here's where things started getting dark. Red flag number 2 came in the form of controlling behavior that started almost immediately. Hunter began restricting Shazmine from going out in public without him, monitoring her movements, questioning her whereabouts, making it clear that he expected her to be available to him at all times. Red flag number 3 was even worse. He started pressuring her to have more children with him, despite the fact that she already had 5 kids to take care of, despite her incredibly busy schedule managing her spiritual business. But red flag number 4 is where we start seeing the truly dangerous pattern emerging, and this is something I really need you to pay attention to because it's so common in abusive relationships. Hunter began accusing Shazmine of cheating, and not even based on actual evidence or legitimate concerns. He was misinterpreting business messages with rapper Finesse 2 times that were clearly related to her spiritual services, her tarot readings, her legitimate professional work. He was twisting normal business communications into evidence of infidelity because that's what jealous, controlling, insecure abusers do. They can't distinguish between their partner having a professional life and their partner being unfaithful. Red flag number 5 was the public humiliation. Hunter started posting on social media, sharing screenshots of their private conversations, putting her business out there for everyone to see, writing possessive rants declaring that he wasn't going nowhere, despite their conflicts and her obvious desire to move on with her life. He even dedicated a song called Letter to A to their daughter, expressing pain from their arguments, but instead of taking accountability for his behavior or getting help for his issues, his actions just veered further and further into obsession. And this brings us to red flag number 6, and honestly, this might be the most important one for people watching to understand. Shazmine started sharing posts about escaping manipulation, clearly signaling her intent to move on from this toxic relationship, to get away from his control, to reclaim her life and her independence. And that's when things became truly deadly.
No surprises now. I'm hurting, I'm trying to hide it, y'all.
You niggas be blowing my fucking mind. Got a good girl, but wasting our time. Cause you don't know what to do with it, abusing it, and it hurts every time.
You broke ass nigga treat you like you regular. You ain't motherfucking regular. You her and you been her ever since you been a little bitty baby. Better stop letting these po ass nigga treat you like you regular. He mad he ain't got nothing going, so he don't want you to have nothing going. Oh, po ass nigga. You 93, not 87. You been her for real type shit.
Look in the mirror and say it with me. Fuck that pressure.
On January 31st, 2025, Shazmine got dressed up, looking absolutely beautiful, feeling herself, excited for having a night out for the first time in what was probably a very long time. She had arranged childcare for all 5 of her kids, dropping them off at various locations, including leaving her baby with her godmother, and was ready to just live her life, to dance, to have fun, to feel like a woman and not just a mother and not just someone's ex-girlfriend who he refused to let go of. She went live on Facebook from a restaurant, and you could see the joy in her face, the excitement in her voice, the relief of having a night to herself. She was laughing, she was drinking, she was talking about going to the club and just letting loose, saying things like she wanted to shake her ass and get so turned up that she wouldn't even remember the night. Viewers started flooding her comments with warnings, desperately trying to alert her to the danger she was in, telling her that Hunter was watching her Facebook live stream from a fake account, trying to warn her that he was out there monitoring her every move, watching her laugh and have fun without him, watching her live her life independently. The comments were frantic. "Girl, I saw him join on the fake page. I told him to get the F off. And he out here watching. I seen him join in. I know he out here. Crazy ass." But Shazmine, perhaps because she had become somewhat desensitized to his surveillance, perhaps because she was tired of living in fear, perhaps because she genuinely believed she had a right to go out and enjoy herself without his permission, dismissed the concerns. Meanwhile, Hunter was posting cryptic and threatening messages online, things like "playing with my money and my life, I might as well go out and baby munch," which in hindsight reads like a man making the decision to commit murder. And the most shocking, most devastating, most absolutely heartbreaking part of this story is what happened next. On February 1st, 2025, at approximately 11:48 p.m., Coppers Cove police responded to an emergency call about a shooting in the 900 block of Tanner Drive.
Coppers Cove police are holding 27-year-old Alonzo Hunter of Beaumont on murder charges following a Saturday morning shooting that left a 31-year-old Cove woman dead.
When officers arrived, they found Shazmine with multiple gunshot wounds, bleeding in her own home, while her terrified children, ranging from months old to 13 years old, had witnessed this horror. Officers immediately began life-saving measures, desperately trying to keep this mother of 5 alive, but the injuries were severe.
Police were called to the 900 block of Tanner Drive shortly before noon Saturday and found Shazmine Tashawn Clack suffering from a gunshot wound. She was taken to Advent Health Central Texas, where she later died.
Emergency services transported Shazmine to Advent Health Central Texas, where doctors worked frantically to save her life. But despite their efforts, Shazmine Tashawn Clack, a kind 31-year-old mother who had just been living her best life hours earlier, succumbed to her injuries. According to family accounts, Hunter had driven 3 full hours from Houston to Coppers Cove after watching Shazmine's Facebook Live, enraged by her independence, consumed by jealousy over the fact that she was out having fun without him, without his permission, without his control. He arrived at her home with a loaded gun and murder on his mind.
Hunter called Shazmine over 100 times in just 5 minutes when she refused to let him in. When she still refused to open the door, when she maintained her boundary, Hunter forced his way inside and shot Shazmine multiple times in front of her babies, traumatizing them in ways they will probably never recover from. The witnesses quickly identified Hunter as the suspect, telling police that he was Shazmine's ex-boyfriend and the father of her youngest child, describing what they had seen and heard, providing crucial information that would lead to his rapid arrest. And here's what makes this entire situation even more annoying. Hunter was already out on bond for a prior assault charge at the time of the murder, and yet he was out walking around free with the ability to buy a gun, to drive 3 hours, to force his way into someone's home, to commit murder.
He was found at a nearby hotel and arrested without incident. His bond has been set at $500,000.
When they searched him and examined the evidence, they found gunpowder residue on his hands and bloodstains on his clothing, physical proof that he had fired a weapon and been in close proximity to the victim when she was bleeding. Even from jail, Even after murdering the mother of his child, even after traumatizing 5 innocent children and destroying an entire family, Hunter continued posting on social media, showing absolutely zero genuine remorse, displaying no real understanding of the gravity of what he had done. He posted confessions, he posted freestyles, he posted content that painted himself as the victim in all of this, claiming that now that family can get justice and hope one day they can forgive me, as if he had somehow done them a favor, as if he deserved forgiveness for executing a woman in front of her children.
Look, bro, the whole time, right? My baby mom been doing whole shit the whole time in our relationship, and she blaming everything on me, like making me look like the bad person.
He even had the audacity to publicly degrade Shazmine after her death, calling her derogatory names, making disgusting accusations about her spiritual work with clients, trying to justify his actions by claiming she was unfaithful, trying to make himself look like the wronged party when he was the one who had literally committed murder. On February 2nd, 2025, Hunter was arraigned by Justice of the Peace F.W. Bill Price, and his bond was set at $500,000. But here's the thing. No bondsman would touch his case because the evidence was so overwhelming. After all, the crime was so heinous because even people in the business of taking risks on defendants knew that this man was exactly where he belonged, behind bars. Now, while all of this legal processing was happening, Shazmine's sister Chantel received the phone call that would change her life forever.
Late Saturday morning, Chantel Clack got the call that her younger sister, Shazmine, was in danger.
I was trying to call her and she wasn't answering. I was trying to call her son. He wasn't answering. And then he finally answered and said that she had got shot.
The aftermath of Shazmine's murder left 5 children without their mother, a family shattered by grief, and a community searching for answers. Chantel Clack, processing her own devastation while stepping up to help care for her sister's children, spoke to the media about who Shazmine really was.
She loved her kids. It was all about her kids. It's just a lot. Basically starting all over without their mom.
The family firmly rejected victim-blaming narratives that suggested Shazmine brought this on herself by going out that night or posting on Facebook Live. They made it clear this was fatal attraction, driven by Hunter's obsessive inability to accept that Shazmine had the right to move on, not about cheating allegations or the $6,200 he claimed she owed him. On February 8, 2025, Shazmine's funeral was held at her family's church, bringing together loved ones, community members, and clients from her spiritual practice. Her brother Keon performed an emotional tribute song called Angel, dedicated to both Shazmine and her infant daughter, who would grow up without knowing her mother. The children, now being cared for by family members, began exhibiting signs of severe trauma. They were having nightmares, showing behavioral changes, developing hypervigilance where they constantly worried about the safety of adults around them. The 13-year-old who heroically protected his younger siblings and called 911 while his mother was dying was carrying guilt and trauma no child should bear. The community response was immediate and powerful, channeling collective grief into action in support for Shazmine's family. A GoFundMe campaign was organized with the goal of raising $7,000 to cover funeral expenses, school supplies for the children, and long-term needs like Christmas presents and counseling services to help them process their trauma. On February 9, 2025, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, friends and community members organized a balloon release near the intersection of Tanner Drive and Anderson Avenue, right near the site where Shazmine had been murdered just days earlier. The legal proceedings against Hunter moved forward, with prosecutors initially considering capital murder charges since the shooting occurred in front of multiple children, which under Texas law can elevate charges and increase potential penalties. However, they ultimately proceeded with first-degree murder charges, confident that the overwhelming evidence, witness testimony from the children, gunpowder residue, bloodstains, his own social media confessions, the 100 phone calls in 5 minutes, would be more than sufficient to secure a conviction and a maximum sentence. By August of 2025, just 6 months after he murdered Shazmine, Alonzo Ezekiel Hunter was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The relatively swift timeline from crime to conviction to sentencing reflected both the strength of the evidence against him and the legal system's recognition of just how dangerous and remorseless this individual truly was. Even after being sentenced to spend the rest of his natural life behind bars, Hunter continued his pattern of self-victimization and fake accountability. He posted from jail saying, "This brings us to the question. If Shazmine listened to her Facebook viewers, which he had made plans to leave his house that night. Let me know what you think in the comments section."
You know, everything gonna work out how it need to. I don't want nothing that's not for me. What God have for me is for me. And what's not for me, I'm not about to apply no pressure there. Because if it's for you, it happens. It's natural. It flows.
Click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this.